Hello and welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor. My name is Sensei, and you are watching special coverage of the market open here on Sunday, the 1st of March, with markets opening in less than 20 minutes. We come to you straight with breaking news from the conflict of the US, Israel, Iran, the Middle East. So let's jump straight into that. These are breaking pictures right now over air defense over Israel. Let's bring that straight to you before we get into the market open. This is just happening now. This is escalating, not de-escalating. Hello and welcome. Thank you, everyone. I just see everyone's now tuning in. Thank you, everyone who just came from Martyn's stream. Let me welcome you all into the stream. I am looking at all your comments, so do keep commenting. I am watching it, but we are in live coverage of the market open, so I won't be able to answer every single question. We do always aim to, and I will come back to your questions, but I will be watching it. So subliminally, I will be answering your questions. Let me know if you are here in the chat. Say hello in the chat. Let me know you are here. Share this out. This is market open. Anyone who is investing in the stock market, the crypto market, the oil market, your friends, your family, send them this link. Let them tune in to this show where we'll be showing you the breaking news occurring, plus the global market open in less than 14 minutes. Those are missiles, yes, songs for space. They are also air defenses out there. So there is missiles flying all over the place in the Middle East. Can I ask everyone, just as you're tuning in, hit that like button. It takes literally no effort at all. It is completely free. So I don't know why no one's doing it on their way in. I can tell no one has hit the like button yet. It's a new stream. Take a second, hit the like button. Please do, and also subscribe if you haven't done so already. Let me know if you are here in the chat. I'll be watching you on my in my studio on one of my screens. So, if you have just tuned in, there is another Iranian missile score hitting directly in Jerusalem. Let's watch this. We can see air defenses at play. We can see missiles coming through, and there's one that's just made a direct hit. As you can see, that was a direct hit. Yo! This is breaking right now. This is not de-escalating.
No way! Oh my god! Oh my god!
I'll play this clip for you one more time if you didn't see it. This is right now in Israel. Missiles are getting through the Iron Dome. Let me play the audio as well.
Oh my god.
We will be covering the market open. There it is, a direct strike right now, getting through the Iron Dome. Missile defenses are overwhelmed. We'll keep an eye on this developing situation. We're going to talk about the Strait of Hormuz, oil, recession, market open. What's oil going to do? What's the stock market going to do?
Oh my god.
What is crypto going to do? What is gold going to do?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
We are having reports now that Cyprus has been hit. The UK might get involved.
Oh my god.
Here we go. I've got some more links here. Let me bring this one straight to you as well.
That's retarded. It actually hit right here. Oh my god, that actually.
We've got another one here.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
This is a direct hit, as you can see.
Oh my god.
That was a direct hit. I think I've got another angle of that direct hit. Let me bring this in. This is what the Iron Dome should be defending against. So let me bring this on the screen as well. This is another angle. You can see it's a hit because you can see the devastation when it hits the floor. Look. You can see that explosion. Zach Zait is someone from Israel, one of our dear friends from Israel. Zach Zait says that was a direct hit on Jerusalem. So that is a direct hit on Jerusalem. I know some people would say that's not Israel, and some people say that's the capital of Israel. We're not here to talk about politics, but that was a direct hit on Jerusalem. We are now looking at the crypto markets, looking at this escalation, and they're down. Bitcoin's down, XRP's down, global markets, which we've been waiting for to open. Donald Trump started this on a Saturday. Many would say this is because he didn't want to panic the markets and wanted the markets to have time to react to this. Will be opening. They are not closed. Many stock markets in the Middle East are going to be closed Monday, Tuesday. The global markets will not be closed. So let's see what happens. This is escalating. A lot of people unhappy with Trump. He ran on no war, and here we are in a war. Let's hope this gets resolved as soon as possible. But we're here to cover the market open. If anyone's just tuned in, hit that like button, subscribe. We'll bring you the breaking news as well. But let's get ready for the market open. And how we're going to do that, we'll go straight to our very own newsletter. We are looking at the crypto market taking a hit as we speak due to the escalation. Okay. The consensus, we've got US strikes Israel, US and Israel strikes Iran. We've got Iran striking the Middle East, including Israel. We've got oil prices surging, XRP breaking support, the clarity at Garlinghouse. What we're going to do in this stream is not focus directly on XRP. We will be covering XRP and the domino effect, but that will be saved for tomorrow morning. Today, we're covering all global markets, which will be opening. As you can see, the time is right below me. Don't keep asking me in the chat. 9 minutes and the markets will open. We'll be covering them as they do open. We are expecting a gap down on the market. Here's Bitcoin coming to the lows of the day. The NASDAQ will start trading shortly. We will be covering that. Oh, in fact, let me just give you the exact. As you can see, it will be in 10 minutes time. That is 100% correct. So we are looking at the NASDAQ currently at 25,000. Where is it going to open up? The S&P 500 futures currently at 6,864. Where is that going to open up? And the big one today, oil, currently at $67. Where are we going to see US crude oil? Remember, we again, guys, I'm not going to get into all the trades we've got right, but look at this. Oil, double bottom at $55. $55. Again, I didn't know what the news was. We did obviously know that this was likely to happen, but we were looking at the technicals, and then the news comes, and those technicals were at $55 just a couple weeks ago. We are already up 22%, and wait until the markets open. We might be up 40% on those trades. We bought XRP at 30 cents. That went to $3. We bought Rocket Lab at $10. That went to $100. Same with Robinhood. We bought Tesla at $10. That went to $400. My defensive portfolio, I am building it, 5,000. I want to bring all of this to you. So I started a £5,000 portfolio just a couple months ago near the beginning of the year, trying to grow it to over 100,000. How have I positioned my portfolio? Defensive, but growth. What do I mean by that? Defensive in the sense that this is going to be a volatile year, but growth in the sense that the sectors I'm getting involved in, such as copper, electrification, healthcare, they're going to benefit because they're defensive, but they're also going to benefit from the growth of AI. And that's how I've been positioning my portfolio. I am up on my portfolio. Let's see how my portfolio does open today as well. But if you want to be part of that £5,000 challenge, you want to get the training course, you want to understand charts, you want to get the real news every day without ads. You don't need 20 news stories, you need 5 news stories. You want to get all the cheat sheets for any major event. You want to get the weekly XRP crypto report. You want to get the technical charts. Every single day I give you a setup, my thoughts on a chart. And then I give them to you more in those cheat sheets for FOMC minutes, Bank of Japan interest rate decisions, data such as PPI, CPI. We're going to be covering the war a lot this week. If you want deep dive research on specific sectors, one-on-one DM access with me. If you want to be part of the private community when I post out those buys, remember just a couple of weeks ago we bought crypto at the 200-week moving average. Very easy trade. I posted it on Substack private notes, and we were up 40% in a day. If you want these trades, these setups, the news, again, not financial advice, but I'm giving you my thoughts and opinion. If you want to see how I'm forming my £5,000 portfolio, I'm not just randomly picking stocks. I'm doing 20 hours of research per report, analyzing the sector, then choosing best stocks within the sector, then forming my own pie. You can get it in the newsletter. There is a free plan, there's a paid plan. Go and grab it if you like. I'm going to put something in the chat. It gives you a free trial, 7-day free trial. Click on the link. There's a free plan, paid plan, monthly plan. There's a plan for everyone. let's get back into the stories, because right now, as you can see, we are covering a massive missile strike on Israel as we speak. We can see a direct hit as well. Let me show you this direct hit.
Oh my God.
Stock market futures open in 5 minutes. You can see that direct hit there. I won't play the whole video though. You can also see it at this angle.
Oh my God. Holy. Oh my God.
There it is again, and you can see it from this angle as well. I've got something else to bring to you. This is something that's just been sent through. Let's bring this to you as well. You can see this is Tel Aviv, apparently. Look at that. Big piles of smoke, big explosion in Israel. The missiles are getting through the Iron Dome. Futures opening in less than 5 minutes now. If you guys can hit the like button, please do. Again, our thoughts go out to any innocent civilians being affected by all of this. Again, I know a lot of people aren't happy on all sides of this. We're not here to talk about the politics of it. We're here to cover the global market open in 4 minutes' time. We've got Iran evacuating Tehran's Gandhi hospital. Nurses working at hospitals in Tehran area have begun to evacuating patients. 2 witnesses told Reuters news agency. The evacuation comes after the hospital was, here we go, no one likes to see hospitals, schools, girls' primary schools being targeted. And as we've seen now, a hospital has been targeted in Tehran. The evacuation comes after the hospital was badly damaged by a strike by the US or Israel's military earlier in the day. Trump is telling Iranians to rise up. America is with you. We're seeing Starmus and now allowing the US to be used. The US can now use 2 UK bases for defensive strikes. We've got Keir Starmer's update there. Jordan summons Iran's charged affairs over attacks. US lawmakers see no Trump plan for Iran following strikes. Oman says door to diplomacy between US and Iran is still open. Remember, Oman was the one that was directing these talks, saying everything was going great, and the day after the strikes began, Trump said war in Iran could last 4 weeks. If it does last longer, oil becomes the issue. Oil becomes the problem. Let me tell you again. Oil becomes the problem. Why? Because we can be thrown into a recession because of oil, and we're going to see where oil opens in 2 minutes and 55 seconds. Trump also saying the attack on Iran will continue until all objects are achieved. We've got Trump's recent announcement. I'll bring to you after the market open as well. That's what we're covering. So what's happening right now? Well, we're going to go to our newsletter. Let me tell you all about the oil crisis. That's the main thing we're going to be watching, as well as the stock market open. So stay with us. I'm going to take the cryptocurrency prices down. XRP making the lows of its day, going into futures open for the stock market. This is what matters most for your portfolio. Iran's Revolutionary Guard warned that all ships no passage through the Strait of Hormuz. The strait carries 20% of the world's oil. Here's where things stand. Tanker traffic through the strait has effectively halted. No ships are passing. Not only because Iran is saying you can't, they can't get the insurance to pass. Hundreds of tankers are stationary at both ends. 3 vessels have been struck so far. The oil tanker's Starlight is on fire off Oman's coast. Crew has been evacuated. 4 have been injured. 2 more ships are also reported attacks. We've got a few ships there also have suspended strait crossings. Greece and Japan ordered their merchant fleets to avoid the area entirely. Marine insurers. This is the key thing here. It's not just is there mines in the Strait of Hormuz. There's no reports of actual blockade, but the marine insurers are cancelling war risk coverage for the entire Persian Gulf region. Without insurers, Ships can't even sail if they wanted to. We're getting reports that Brent crude will be jumping 10 to 12%, around $80 OTC trading on Sunday. Goldman Sachs is projecting $110. JP Morgan is projecting $120 to $130 if disruptions continue. OPEC is looking to increase their output to help with this, but that's not going to solve the problem for now. Iran foreign minister says they have no intention of closing the Hormuz, but the IRGC is broadcasting the opposite and ships are already burning. Trump has just recently announced in that speech we're going to be covering after the market open that the US has sunk nine Iranian warships and largely destroyed their naval headquarters. United States Central Command confirmed at least one covert sinking. If true, Iran's ability to enforce any blockade is rapidly diminishing. So the real move comes with futures open tonight in 26 seconds. If Hormuz stays shut for weeks, we are looking at $100 oil and a genuine recession risk. Why does expensive oil cause a recession? It's simple. Oil touches everything. When oil prices spike, it costs more to ship goods, fuel factories and transport people. Companies pass on these costs, inflation increases, and we get inflation. I'll come back to the recession risk. Let's go over to market open right now. Let's go to the markets. We're waiting for some action in the markets. Here we go. We are down 0.7%, nearly 1% on the S&P 500. Let's see if that accelerates or declines. We've got, we're waiting for oil to open. Let's go to our different oil futures. Let's go to, why is this oil not working? Let's go to oil, WTI, crude, oil futures. We will bring you futures are not opening on oil just yet. We'll bring you gold. Gold has just spiked 1%. Oil has just gold has just spiked up. The S&P 500, it's declining even further. We'll bring you some updated figures in just a second. The markets are freezing for a second. Yep, S&P 500 is dropping further. Bitcoin is dropping. XRP is also just steady for now. Ethereum dropping. I'm trying to get some updated figures on oil. The S&P 500 is now down 0.8%. Gold is now selling off on that spike. Let's see if we can get some more oil figures. Let's go oil. Oil. If anyone knows the ticker symbol for oil futures on TradingView, let me know in the chat. Maybe oil hasn't opened up yet. We will wait and see. Let's have a look at all the markets. I'm going to bring you some more breaking news. We are just getting some new images come to us. This is in Israel. Let's see if I can pull up some oil futures. Okay, bear with me for just a moment. Does anyone have the futures price on oil or the ticker symbol? Let me know in the chat, the ticker symbol for TradingView oil futures. If you let me know in the chat, I can bring up the chart on the screen. We are getting reports of explosions in Cyprus, potential UK. Oh God, we've got another angle of some explosions in Israel. Let me bring that to you. If anyone has the ticker symbol for oil futures, let me know in the live chat. We're just getting this video coming to us. Let me play that. Vaz is saying it's crude. Let me give you crude. There's no ticker symbol, just crude, Vaz. WTI crude oil. Let me try that. WTI crude oil. Yeah, okay, I've got it. Thank you. Yeah, got it now. Let me add that. WTI crude oil. WTI crude. Okay, so we've got that. It's US oil is the ticker. US oil is the ticker, and we've got it on the screen. So oil is up 7.8%. It's just dropping now on that open. It's opened up as much as it was up 11% on the open. Now it's dropping fast. Again, we get these spikes and then we get the rebounds because all of these limit orders are now being filled for shorts. We'll get some stabilization in a second. We are up 7.6% on crude oil as we speak. If you have just tuned in, can I ask everyone to hit that like button? Hit that like button on your way in. You soil. Yes, thanks guys. You've got it. Thank you, eFairy. Thank you, you soil. Yep, US oil. Sorry, US oil. Got it. Brilliant. Thank you. We've got that. We'll get rid of the other one on our. Oh, and the other one's just opened up as well. Brilliant. Okay, so US oil is up 7.5%. Let me tell you why that's an issue, because not many people understand. Okay, so what's oil up? It doesn't affect my portfolio. Well, it will. Why does expensive oil cause a recession? Well, a recession is going to affect everyone. It's simple. Oil touches everything. When oil prices spike, it costs more to ship goods, fuel factories, and transport people. Companies pass those costs on. Prices rise across the board. That's inflation. And I'll tell you why this is so important, guys. This is so important because we've been covering the FOMC report. That's when the Federal Reserve decides whether they increase rates, hike rates, pause rates, reduce rates. Of course, if they reduce rates, that's great for the markets, liquidity injection. Everyone said we're going to get 4 rate cuts this year, 5 rate cuts. I said there's going to be 1 or 2. People called me crazy. Now look at it. It looks like 1 or 2. Now put in the war. Again, we covered the FOMC minutes last week, which is the behind the scenes of the FOMC report. The Federal Reserve Committee, the members actually started citing that jobs is no longer an issue, unemployment's no longer an issue, so that means no rate cuts. Then they said inflation is an issue, that means rates stay where they are. And then they cited, actually, we might get rate hikes because inflation might actually be too sticky, and we might want to raise rates because of inflation. Now, put that together with something else that's a big part of CPI, PPI, PCE, which is the inflation measures that the Fed use: oil, petrol. It's oil is across the board increased costs, from shipping goods, fuel factories, transport, consumer petrol when you go fill up. So those prices rise across the board because companies pass it on. That is inflation. So what do central banks do across the board? They respond by keeping interest rates high, or they raise them, which makes borrowing more expensive for businesses and consumer, spending slows, hiring freezes, growth stalls, and every major oil shock in modern history, 1973, 1979, 1919, 2008, was followed by a recession or a severe slowdown. That playbook hasn't changed. So if we're now seeing reports of Donald Trump just saying this could last 4 weeks, we're seeing reports of the Strait of Hormuz being closed. We're seeing reports of the Strait of Hormuz. Remember, that's 20% of the world's oil flows through there. No one can get through because of the insurance and because of the threats. No one's giving insurance. So even if they're not doing anything, they're not going to move because the insurance isn't covering them. Oil prices are going to go up. And we've just seen, as the markets open, oil is up 8%. Day one. This is day one of the war, essentially, for the markets. This is the first glimpse we're getting of the markets in the futures hours. So what we're actually going to do, I'm going to collate a few more breaking news stories. Remember, we are watching now a massive attack on Israel. We are seeing explosions getting through the Iron Dome. We've seen Tehran completely on fire today. Hospitals being hit, primary schools being hit, military bases being hit. There's smoke and fire everywhere. And I'm going to bring some more breaking news to you in a second, but we've just got an announcement from Donald Trump. So what I'm going to do is actually go to Donald Trump's announcement. I'll collate some information. We'll come back to the market. Let's see if it stabilizes a bit, and we can see where the S&P 500, gold, oil, silver, and the crypto market are all out. We'll come back to that, so stay with me. Let's go to Donald Trump's address. It's a pre-recorded address. He hasn't gone live to say this. He's just put this out. Let's listen in while we get some more breaking news. If you have just tuned in, can everyone hit the like button, please? It takes 1 second. It's free. Do it. Someone said plastic is made from oil. Everything in the world's made from oil. We need oil. Those people that say, let's go green, we don't need oil. We need oil. Hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and go check out the newsletter. If you want to see how my portfolio is positioned, I'm up on the open. So we'll see how that continues. Oil soaring 13% of Trump vows to continue striking Iran. That's just breaking story from the Financial Times. If you want to see my portfolio challenge, if you want to see the chart training course, remember we bought oil at $55 on a double bottom that was released in the newsletter. The daily newsletter, no ads, the 5 stories you need to know, the chart of the day, my thoughts on the stories, the event cheat sheets, the specialist emerging technologies reports, the exclusive XRP crypto reports weekly. We just put one out. The one-on-one DM access to financial planning tools. We are just about to release our very own app for net worth tracking that is ready to go out as well. So I'm going to give you the link. You get a free trial, 7-day free trial on the newsletter. Click that link. There is a free plan, there is a monthly plan, but there is also a free trial. So go check that out as well. Let's go over to Donald Trump, and then we'll come back with some breaking stories. We are getting reports now that potentially a UK base in Cyprus has been hit. So here we go.
36 hours. The United States and its partners have launched Operation Epic Fury, one of the largest, most complex, most overwhelming military offensives the world has ever seen. Nobody's seen anything like it. We have hit hundreds of targets in Iran, including Revolutionary Guard facilities, Iranian air defense systems. Just now it was announced that we knocked out 9 ships plus their naval building, all in a matter of literally minutes. Iran's formerly supreme leader, Ayatollah Khamenei, is dead. This wretched and vile man had the blood of hundreds and even thousands of Americans on his hands and was responsible for the slaughter of countless thousands of innocent people all across many countries. Last night, all over Iran, the voices of the Iranian people could be heard cheering and celebrating in the streets when his death was announced. The entire military command is gone as well, and many of them want to surrender into saving their lives. They want immunity. They're calling by the thousands. Combat operations continue at this time in full force, and they will continue until all of our objectives are achieved. We have very strong objectives. They could have done something 2 weeks ago, but they just couldn't get there. Earlier today, CENTCOM shared the news that 3 U.S. military service members have been killed in action. As one nation, we grieve for the true American patriots who have made the ultimate sacrifice for our nation, even as we continue the righteous mission for which they gave their lives. We pray for the full recovery of the wounded and send our immense love and eternal gratitude to the families of the fallen. And sadly, there will likely be more. Before it ends, that's the way it is. Likely be more, but we'll do everything possible where that won't be the case. But America will avenge their deaths and deliver the most punishing blow to the terrorists who have waged war against basically civilization. They have waged war against civilization itself. Our resolve, and likewise that of Israel, has never been stronger. America is now, again, the richest, most powerful nation in the world by far. But the only reason we enjoy the quality of life that we do and the freedom and security is we have done things that others are unable to do. But it's because of warriors who are willing to lay down their lives to do battle with our enemies. And they do battle better than anybody. An Iranian regime armed with long-range missiles and nuclear weapons would be a dire threat to every American. We cannot allow a nation that raises terrorist armies to possess such weapons that would allow them to extort the world to their evil will. Not going to let it happen. We're not happening to us, and we're not going to let it happen to others. The United States has the strongest military the world has ever seen. I rebuilt our military in my first term. There's never been a military like we possess. And frankly, there's nobody even close, but we are now using that military for good. We want to have it for good purpose. We're undertaking this massive operation not merely to ensure security for our own time and place, but for our children and their children, just as our ancestors have done for us many, many years ago. This is the duty and the burden of a free people. These actions are right and they are necessary to ensure that Americans will never have to face a radical, bloodthirsty terrorist regime armed with nuclear weapons and lots of threats. For almost 50 years, these wicked extremists have been attacking the United States while chanting the slogan, "Death to America" or "Death to Israel," or both. They are the world's #1 state sponsor of terror. We are the world's greatest and most powerful nation, so we can do something about what they do. These intolerable threats will not continue any longer. I once again urge the Revolutionary Guard, the Iranian military, police, to lay down your arms and receive full immunity or face certain death. It will be certain death. Won't be pretty. I call upon all Iranian patriots who yearn for freedom to seize this moment, to be brave, be bold, be heroic, and take back your country. America is with you. I made a promise to you, and I fulfilled that promise. The rest will be up to you, but we'll be there to help. Thank you. God bless you to our incredible warriors, and God bless the United States of America. Thank you.
That was something from Trump just in the last hour. Let's go through some more breaking news. Go back to those markets that have just opened up. If you have just tuned in with us, please do hit the like button. So oil is now up 8% on the day. It was up as much as 12% on the open. It did go down to our level of support at 71. And now we are seeing it rebound a little bit back up to $72. Let's go over, remember, I just told you about the recession risk with oil. Let's continue through some of these. We've got polymarket odds now that the will Iranian regime fall by June the 30th. And the chances are 40%, 47% yes. Let's go over, let's go over to here. Death toll from US. Let me just see if there's any breaking news there. Israel military is struck dozens of Iranian command centers, including the Revolutionary Guard HQ. We've got some pictures coming from Tehran there. As you can see, those are live pictures from Tehran. I am trying to verify some sources as we speak. Let's go over to some of the reports within the last hour. Let me bring this on the screen. Let me make this a bit bigger. These are some reports we've got in the last hour. So if we go over here, we'll start with this one here. This is footage when American and Israeli missiles began striking the Iranian regime headquarters near Sepan Square in Tehran today. This is from footage from earlier today, but you can see the extent of the damage in Tehran. This is a developing situation. I will try and bring you more as it breaks. We are going to continue coverage of the live markets as well. I am collating a few clips from the last hour of being reported. Again, these might be earlier in the day as well. This is what's this? A Tel Aviv building hit with an Iranian missile. This is back to Tel Aviv. Again, we have to start verifying some of these sources as well coming through to us. This is verified coming from Iran today. You can see the extent of the damage, the smoke in the air. We will be going over to some live. This is again from Tehran earlier today. This is live pictures from Tehran, Iran. Sorry, not live pictures, but these are pictures from today live. What I keep saying live. These are pictures from today in Iran. Silver is now heading up. Gold is heading up as well. The S&P 500 down 0.7% on the futures. This is in Bahrain, a US Fifth Fleet in Bahrain. We've got no audio, but as you can see, extensive damage there. Continuing, multiple missiles hitting Tel Aviv currently as well, with a new launch of strikes from Iran. And here we'll go to some more verified stories. A great channel here, The Enforcer, has been covering it all throughout the weekend. Let's see what he's been posting and verifying on their X as well. Let's scroll down a little bit over here. Breaking this is 28 minutes ago. Airstrikes targeting Tabriz refinery represent what seems to be the first strike on Iran's oil infrastructure. Let me see if I can bring that video to you, or it's an image, I think. Let me scroll up. This is where we got, again, we're waiting for verification from major news outlets, but we're looking at a local Cypriot newspaper. This is 16 minutes ago, so this is breaking. Remember, news agency have to take a little bit longer to verify stories, but this is what's coming from the ground. A local Cypriot newspaper claims that an unknown object has struck inside a fenced area at RAF Akrotiri in Cyprus. The same article claims no known injuries, but that Cyprus and UK forces are alert on possible further strike. So you can see it's noted that there's been no reports of injuries. I know someone in the chat, unfortunately, it was going too quickly, has asked about that. Cypriot. So it's DJ Haynes. DJ Haynes says, I have family who lives in Cyprus. What's your source for the Cypriot attack, Sensei? So we are looking at a local newspaper, a local Cypriot newsletter. The link is over. If you do want to go to it, if you go to Cypriot newspaper, you will be able to see more information there. For that, but it doesn't look like there's been any reports of injuries. Our thoughts and prayers are with you, DJ Haynes. I hope your family is okay. Airstrike. So we've seen the airstrikes there. US-Israel strike in West Iran moments ago. This is moments ago, just under half an hour ago. We're seeing now the strikes are continuing. We'll continue down. Clashes erupt between Shiite protesters and Bahraini security forces after that demonstration condemning the assassination of Iran's supreme leader were dispersed, with Molotov cocktails reportedly being thrown at the unrest. I believe this is in Iraq. Okay, let's go to some more recent reports as well. We'll start scrolling up to the more recent reports. Oil did surge 13% on open. It's now up 8%. Be careful trading oil right now. Update Imagery Planet shared NPR indicates $1 billion Qatar early warning radar may have been damaged as claimed by Iran. The 3M imagery is not definitive, but cleaned it up, and it looks like there's some scarring or firing water around the site. So we're looking at potential Qatari $1 billion warning radar being damaged. Let's continue with our reports. The next one was the attack currently targeting Haifa, Israel, originated from Lebanon, the IDF says. Now we've got reports from the IDF saying that the attacks 13 minutes ago that are targeting Haifa, Israel, actually are coming from Lebanon. The Lebanon front is now starting. Hezbollah has also joined the conflict against Israel. The Israeli Defense Force announced that 6 rockets were launched by Hezbollah against Haifa in the last few minutes, in the latest barrage directed at northern Israel. So we're seeing a new front opening up there. Lebanon, Hezbollah has decided to drag Lebanon into the war. Launch from Lebanon, not good news. So this is the launch. This is only 4 minutes ago now. We're seeing launches into Israel from Lebanon. You can see it over there. Let's see if there's anything else. IDF released rare footage of destruction from the ballistic missiles. Okay, what we're going to do now is go to some legacy news outlets and then come back to the open of the market. Let's go over here. Oh, that's the wrong one. Don't know why that's come up. Oh, here we go. I know the reason why. We're on the wrong thing. So let's bring that over. And let's see some reports here. Let's see. We'll go to Al Jazeera first, and then we'll go to Sky News, BBC
Grave
News.
violations of sovereignty and good neighbourliness, international law, particularly due to the targeting of civilians and civilian objects. And the statement says GCC states reserve their legal right to respond and to take all necessary measures to defend their sovereignty, security and stability, including the option of a military response. It also demanded an immediate halt to the attacks, emphasising that Gulf stability is essential
Silver
for the
is
global
closing in
economy
on $100
and
an
maritime
ounce.
navigation. Well, we're going
Gold
to cross
is
to
now
Axel
also up
Zamovich, who is
1.5%. The
in
S&P
Doha for us.
500 down 0.7%.
It's really hard to overstate the regional impact because almost every country in the Gulf has been affected by these Iranian strikes.
Well, that's right, Tom. That's one of the reasons why we had that emergency meeting.
Donald Trump arrives in Maryland from Florida.
And what we understand is the leaders from this region, they're trying to find a lasting solution. They're trying to bring all parties together to try to find a solution through diplomatic means. But meanwhile, we see a large number of attacks taking place across the cities of the Gulf. We've seen that more attacks taking place in Manama, in Bahrain, but also we've seen some diplomatic actions taking place. We understand that the United Arab Emirates, they have shut down their operations, the embassy in Tehran, and the entire operation and its staff is being evacuated from there. But also we understand that Jordan has summoned Iranians head of a mission in Amman with regards to these attacks, not just across the region, but also in Jordan. So it really goes to show that the situation is escalating
in the chat.
In the past 48 hours. And that's the reason why every single statement that we're getting from the region is going to the direction of finding a diplomatic solution to this crisis.
And as we've mentioned, Qatar has been directly affected by this also, obviously, but it's actually changed the way that it handles the Iranian strikes on its territory.
Well, that's right. We've been standing here for a few hours where we haven't heard any explosions, and that's the reason why, because Qatar has changed its strategy. In the past couple of days, we've seen the Patriot defense system we were deployed to intercept those missiles and drones, but now we understand that the Qatari Defense Ministry is deploying fighter jets, and fighter jets are taking this fight outside the coastline, and they are intercepting missiles over the waters of the Gulf, and we getting a confirmation from Defense Ministry that this tactic has been deployed since early hours of Saturday. And it seems to be quite clear that this strategy might be very useful because, as I said, we haven't heard any explosion. And if there are any explosions, they seem far distant compared to what we heard on just the day before.
OK, thank you so much for that, Axel Zamovich in Doha for us. Well, as we mentioned, the US has confirmed the death of 3 military personnel in Iranian attacks. They were reportedly serving at a base in Kuwait. 5 others were seriously wounded. Al Jazeera's chief US correspondent, Ellen Fisher, reports.
Day 2 of the US-Israeli attack on Iran and a fresh threat from US President Donald Trump. Writing on Truth Social, he said, Iran just stated that they're going to hit very hard today, harder than they've ever hit before. They better not do that, however, because if they do, we will hit them with a force that has never been seen before. As the US headquarters for the Operation CENTCOM released new pictures of Operation Epic Fury, it also confirmed the first US military deaths. 3 service personnel killed, 5 others injured. It's reported they were based in Kuwait, one of Iran's retaliation targets. The names of the dead have not been released. The families will be informed first. In a series of media calls on Saturday, Donald Trump refused to put a time limit on the war, insisting it will continue for as long as necessary. One of his biggest supporters hailed the president's actions.
The mothership of terrorism is sinking. The captain is dead. The largest state sponsor of terrorism, Iran, is close to collapsing.
New poll in the chat.
The largest state sponsor of terrorism and his inner team are dead.
But Democrats are calling for an emergency debate in Congress on the next steps.
Americans want him to focus on the crises here at home. Instead, he is busy getting us involved in quagmires overseas that already are becoming deadly to American soldiers.
Donald Trump says he intends to speak to the Iranians in the next couple of days, but added he has no idea who will be on the other end of the call because of the level of damage inflicted on the Iranian leadership. Alan Fisher, Al Jazeera, at the White House.
Hundreds of Iraqis have been taking part in demonstrations and a symbolic funeral for the Iranian Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei in Baghdad. Now, the group is decrying the assassination, wearing black and waving flags for a second night. The procession has amassed outside the city's so-called Green Zone, which houses the US Embassy. Demonstrators say they are expressing solidarity with Iran's regime. Thousands of people have attended funeral prayers for protesters killed in clashes outside the US consulate in Karachi. Security guards fired on demonstrators outraged over the killing of Iran's Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. They breached the outer security layer and set a vehicle ablaze outside the main gate before being pushed back with tear gas and gunfire. Asad Baig reports from Karachi.
These protests have been taking place across the country.
Okay, Donald
in
Trump
Karachi,
might take some questions
in
from
Islamabad,
reporters.
In Peshawar, in the north, in Gilgit and Baltistan. Now, what I can tell you what happened this morning was, upon hearing that news of the assassination of the Iranian leader Ayatollah Khamenei, protesters, hundreds of them, took march towards the American consulate. Now, we understand that they managed to breach the front gate, the outer walls, and then they were fired upon. 9 people killed here. But in other protests across the country, we understand 1 person has been killed in Islamabad and 6 in the north of the country. And it's important to note here that Pakistan has the second largest Shia Muslim population in the world, estimates between 17 to 20.
Okay, Donald Trump could be coming on the screen any second now. We're waiting for him to come down from his plane. He's just landed in Maryland. Can I ask everyone to go and subscribe to the newsletter? There is a free plan. There is a 7-day free trial for the premium plan. There's a monthly plan. There's a plan for everyone. We're going to be covering this story. I'm going to be telling you what I'm investing in, how I'm positioned for this. I am defensive, but growth. I want to stay invested in the market. I'll be telling you, remember, we bought gold at $1,500, silver at $30, XRP at 30 cents. All of these positions up hundreds of percent on, and we're going to try and do it again with the £5,000 portfolio challenge. So again, you don't just get the portfolio challenge, you get the whole list here. You get the chart training course. Again, no BS, no random, this is how you get rich overnight. We don't do that. We tell you the real facts. Chart training course is going to be a 2-hour video. You get the financial planning tools. That is a net worth tracker. The app is built. It's going to be released tomorrow. We got the one-on-one DM access. You can message me anytime you like. You've also got the deep dive research. Every day we put out deep dive research. We put the 5 top stories every single day, no ads, my thoughts on the stories, the headlines, the one big thing, the money move of the day, the number that matters every day. You get the ad-free experience. You get all of these things on the list. There's tons on there. The one-on-one DMs, the private community, where I'm buying crypto, all of that in the newsletter. So if you haven't checked out yet, there's a free plan. There's also a monthly plan and a free trial. The link is in the live chat. Click on that, sign up while we wait for Donald Trump to come in. Oh, we've got a super chat.
Admxchida tipped $1.99 through super chat. Appreciate you coming on tonight, Sensei.
Thank you so much, MK, MX. Martin, I can't see you. Can't see you. Let me give you the link again. Let me give you the... Martin is calling into the show. I'm trying to give Martin the link. I'm also going to pin to the comments the newsletter. We're waiting for Donald Trump to come out, potentially giving a statement as well. So let me go over to this screen over here. What's going on there? Let me sort this out. Martin's trying to call in. Martin, I've given you the link. I don't know how you're calling in. It's not coming through. We're waiting for Martyn to call in. Okay, anyway, in the meantime, I will go back because we are losing viewers while we wait. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the breaking stories and wait for Donald Trump to come on live. Let me just update you on the current state of the markets. They have opened. The S&P 500 opened down. It tried to rally back up, and now it's selling off again, now down 0.8% in the pre-market. Remember, this is pre-market. The actual markets hasn't even opened. Most people don't have access to markets as of yet. Late night for you, says Jim Ricketts. Yes, it is a late night. I want to thank MX Cheetah for the super chat. Really appreciate it. If you put a super chat on the screen, you can ask me any question. We've got gold now up again. Gold sold off a lot. Everyone sold out, and now it's heading back up 1.6% on the open. Silver up 1.7%. Oil heading back up, now up 8%. It was up as much as 12%, down as up as little as 6.5%. Now it's back up to up 8%. Remember, if oil goes up, that's the recession fear that affects everything. Trying to get Martyn on the show. I just don't see him calling in. Anyway, we will wait to see if we get a comment from Martyn. We'd love to have him on. Here we go. Might see Trump coming down.
And we know
now
that the IMF has said that inflation in advanced economies rises by 0.4%. For every 10% increase in oil prices.
They're talking about oil prices. Let me tell you that again. That was a great fact.
Percent increase rises by. And we know that the IMF has said that inflation in advanced economies rises by 0.4%. For every 10% increase in...
inflation rises 0.4% for every 10% increase in oil. Oil's just increased 10%. If inflation goes to 3.4% in the US, we're getting rate hikes. This is awful news.
Oil prices.
That is a crazy statement.
The Straits of Hormuz and that potentially being closed by Iran. I mean, it's going to have repercussions across the globe.
Yeah, I mean, we could well see the price go back over $100 a barrel, I think. So, yeah, there are many potential.
A random Sky News reporter saying $100. She doesn't know what she's talking about, but she might be right.
Yeah, Goldman Sachs predicting that any blockades.
We got the S&P 500 on the left-hand side of the screen, Bitcoin on the right.
Barrel, which is really, really extremely high, above the 13% that we're seeing at the moment.
Absolutely, and isn't it something like a fifth of the world's tanker-bearing oil traffic, if you like, it's terribly clumsily phrased, goes through the Straits of Hormuz.
Yes,
so there is a tremendous kind of, maybe again in the lack of planning. So potentially, we don't know because we're not privy to the inside knowledge, but. You know, oil talks. We've always seen oil talk in any kind of mass conflict, and geography talks as well. And when you have you have autonomy over geographical positions, then I mean, going as high as $100 a barrel for Brent crude is massive, and those ramifications there will be protests from all sources. But the other thing is, we're on day 2.
Yes,
I mean, that's to me.
Day 2.
As we've
we've got news, breaking news coming out of
Cyprus. That's why we're here to discuss it. But you're right. It feels like this is something.
While we wait for Trump, let me just bring you this breaking news coming out of Cyprus. We'll come back to that. Look at this. This is the report. Cyprus media politics shares video of alert sounding on the island. So we know something is going on in Cyprus. The alarms are sounding. Local reporters are mentioning strikes in Cyprus as well. Someone just said they have to cut rates to try and bring down inflation. I'm so sorry, Betamax Memories. You are completely and utterly wrong. To bring down rates, to bring down inflation, you increase rates. So that's the video evidence from Cyprus now coming through. I'm waiting for Donald. Let me just make sure we're live there. Waiting for Donald Trump to potentially give us a statement in a second. These are the new sort of semi-verified stories. Again, these stories are more verified than just random things you see on X. The enforcer is someone great on X who does give us up-to-date information. Let's see. Cyprus ATC talking to an aircraft over the Mediterranean moments ago. Iraqi military base said that there's been lots of missiles between Cyprus and Beirut. Cyprus and Beirut. There's been missiles between Lebanon, Beirut, and Cyprus. ATC reporting lots of missiles between Cyprus and Beirut. So that looks like, as you can see, that Lebanon is quite close to Cyprus. So it's not Iran, it is Lebanon, which seems to be, oh, here we go, Donald Trump. Let's go back to this.
Expressions of discontent or otherwise.
And we'll also see, the one big success straight away was killing so many of the senior leadership right. It seems in pretty much the very first strike yesterday.
We're just seeing Trump leaving. It looks like he isn't going to speak to media. We're never quite certain because sometimes he changes his mind midway. But it looks like...
He doesn't have a plan, you see.
It looks like he's going straight to the beast, I imagine, and will be driven off. Oh, no, he's going to a helicopter, yes. It looks like he isn't going to speak.
But going back to Iran, I mean, what we will now see is what happens in terms of succession after following the death of the supreme leader, because normally you should have this assembly of experts, of 88 religious scholars that would meet to decide who should take over. I mean, that is not very practical, I think, in the current situation. I mean, they wouldn't want to have a gathering of people who could be targeted. So you've got this sort of interim trio that are deciding for an interim leader. But all of this, I think, when we start seeing those kind of decisions, will give some indication of which way
we might get an address from Trump when he
Iran,
lands with the helicopter
at
his next location. So we'll keep an eye on this.
I find it remarkable. I mean, Khamenei was 86, 85, 86. You know, even great leaders, so-called, from seeing it through the lens of the extreme tyranny of the Iranian regime, will have seen that there is a possibility that we will need to have somebody soon. And it's remarkable that there won't have been some kind of conversations of...
Those are live pictures from the Joint Base Andrews waiting for Donald Trump to now take off to his next location. I'll bring you updates from the markets as well. Currently, oil up 8%, silver up 2.5%, now making the highs of its day, approaching $96 we've just hit, getting close to $100 now. Gold is up 2%, making the highs of its day at $5,380. The S&P 500 approaching the lows of its day at down 0.8%. This is even before the general trading hours. This is futures markets. NASDAQ is now down 1%, Ethereum down 1.2%, XRP down 1.8%, and Bitcoin down 1.8%. We'll keep an eye on these markets once while they're stabilizing and we get a clear direction. We'll bring that to you. I'll bring you the reasoning why this is also important. Well, it's all because of oil. Let me break this down one more time for everyone who says oil has nothing to do with my portfolio. I don't care. Well, the real move is when futures opens. If Hormuz stays shut for weeks, and this is the Strait of Hormuz, 20% of the global world oil flows through there, then we're looking at $100 plus for oil and a genuine recession risk. If it stays shut for 4 weeks or for weeks, and Donald Trump says this can go on for 4 weeks, then we're looking at $100 plus for oil. And as we heard from that report on Sky News, every 10% oil goes up, that's 0.4% on inflation. So we're looking at potentially inflation going up over 1%, going back up to 3.5%, 4%, which would be awful. That would mean rate increases. Again, the market is not pricing this in as a 4-week war yet. If it was, markets will be down more. So why is this also important? Well, why does expensive oil cause a recession? It's very simple. I'll break it down. I've tried to break it down to you in one paragraph. People can write whole reports on it, but this is essentially, if we want to simplify it, which you can, this is what it is. Oil touches everything. When oil prices spike, and they have spiked on futures tonight, it will cost more to ship goods because oil is needed. It's going to cost more to fuel factories. It's going to cost more to transport people. Companies will pass on these costs. Prices will rise across the board. What does that mean if prices are going up for everyone, all consumers? Inflation. Why is inflation important? Well, central banks respond by keeping interest rates high. No economy wants inflation. We've seen what hyperinflation does to countries like Iran, Venezuela, Turkey. All thought their economies are bust. So no one wants inflation. Inflation has been an issue for the last 5 years. The central banks across the world have been bringing it finally down towards 2%, still not at 2%. We were still very worried about sticky inflation, even prior to this war. 2 weeks ago, we were covering the FOMC, the Federal Open Market Committee, where Jerome Powell didn't cut rates, he paused them. And then we looked at the minutes, and the minutes is the behind the scenes. And in the minutes, I'm just going to keep an eye on Donald Trump as well. He is just taking off. And in those minutes, we actually saw the committee, again, everyone says Kevin is going to come into the federal board, Jerome Powell's going to go out, we're going to get rate cuts. That's not how it works. He's only got one vote. We saw that the committee members are actually now worried about about inflation, meaning they actually cited that employment's not an issue. And if employment was an issue, we might get rate cuts. But they said employment's no longer an issue. They changed their wording. And then they said inflation is an issue. And then they said, for the first time in years, that rate hikes is on the table now. And they're worried about rate hikes. That was even before we had any indication that inflation is going to come from oil. So back to that very simple explanation. Oil touches everything. When oil prices spike, it costs more to ship goods, it costs more for consumers, it costs more to fuel factories, it costs more to transport people. Companies pass on these costs, consumers feel these costs, prices will rise across the board. That's called inflation. Central banks will respond by keeping interest rates high or raising them further, which makes borrowing for businesses expensive and consumers, which essentially means no liquidity in the markets. That means spending will slow because there's no money coming into the markets. Liquidity decreases because no one wants to spend money, and it affects your favorite stocks anyway. It's not just about, is this going to affect a single stock? Inflation is going to affect all stocks because a recession will affect all stocks because people won't be putting their money into these stocks. And they'll be spending less. Advertisers will be spending less. Hiring will freeze. Growth stalls. Every major oil shock in history, 1973, 1979, 1990, 2008, was followed by a recession or a severe slowdown. The playbook hasn't changed. And I'm not saying this because I know we're going to head into a recession. I've predicted over a 25% chance, in my opinion, that we get a recession this year. That was before we've seen oil prices rise. That's probably, in my estimates, around now 40% chance we'll get a recession this year. And that's how I've been positioning my portfolio. But that doesn't mean I'm just scared. I'm selling all my money, going into gold, silver, and cash. I've got plenty of gold and silver for the last 3 years. I might start selling it when there is opportunity in the market. It just means stay invested in the market, but be prepared for a slowdown. Don't be all in. Don't be all extra leveraged in the markets. The markets can be volatile. This can end and we go up 20% and then go into a recession anyway. Be prepared for a recession. What does that mean? Don't be in high risk stocks. Don't be all in one stock. Don't not have a diversified portfolio. Don't be over leveraged. Be ready for a recession because the odds of a recession today have jumped. They were not zero a couple of weeks ago. In fact, in my estimates, 25%. Since this war broke out, and since Trump has now said this can go on for 4 weeks, and since now we've seen the effect and how big this actually is going in the Middle East, many countries now involved. We've now just seen Cyprus got hit. This can go on for weeks. And if it goes on for weeks, we can get $100 oil. We can get a 1% rise in inflation. We can have interest rate hikes. We can have a slowdown or a recession. So let me know what you're doing in the chat. What are you buying currently? There's a poll running right now. Let's go back to the markets. Gold now up nearly 2%, silver up 2.5%, oil up 7.5%, the S&P 500 down 0.78%, Bitcoin down 2%. Let's go over to Yep, oil prices surged to $82 is what Sky News is reporting. We're getting some pictures in from Sky News, verified pictures now.
On Dubai's Palm when it was hit, chose to drive through the night to the Omani border.
We had been in the lower ground floor of our hotel for many hours, trying to decide what to do. And, you know, people were bringing in mattresses from the sunbeds to sleep in the corridors and trying to stay away from any glass. And I just decided that actually I thought the best idea was to try and get a car and get to my husband in Oman. It feels a bit surreal, to be honest, because I never really expected that to happen in Dubai.
Major infrastructure has been hit for a second day in the UAE. A large cloud of smoke rising from Zayed Port in Abu Dhabi after a strike on its airport overnight. There's a lot of anxiety among residents.
I've been here just over 2 years. I am starting to feel like, what does my future look like here? It's very uncertain right now for me.
Milton, a US Army veteran, is in touch with his former colleagues in Abu Dhabi.
Some people got evacuated, and some people are looking forward to going home.
This has been another unnerving day for the UAE, another unnerving day for the region. There's a big difference between targeting American military assets and hitting national infrastructure and terrorizing civilians. The UAE says Tehran has crossed a red line, and it's currently reviewing its options in terms of how it will respond.
The UAE prides itself in its reputation of being a safe place to live and to holiday. Images of tourists sleeping in underground car parks could not be further than the image it seeks to project. Mia and Dara are desperate to get home.
It was an air-conditioned room, and there was even more people than there were outside in the car park in this tiny room, babies, kids, parents. It was just, I was like, this feels like it's out of a movie. It just did not feel real. We actually were on a boat.
Imagine this. This is Dubai. Imagine Israel and Tehran at the moment. Much, much worse. What I'm going to bring to you is some more breaking stories we're seeing. Again, the newest breaking story is missiles between Cyprus and Beirut. That is something we weren't expecting, potentially a UK base being struck in Cyprus. That's just breaking news within the last half an hour that we're watching for more reports on. We are starting to get more and more confirmation that that story is correct, and it is happening live as we speak. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to do something special I'm actually going to put a timer on the screen. What I'm going to do is in 5 minutes time, I'm going to give the opportunity to 3 people only to get the newsletter for 50% off. But I'm not going to release it because I know these will go fast. I want to give everyone the opportunity to be prepared. Let me change this timer. It says 0 at the moment. It shouldn't say 0. It should say, we'll do it at 55. 4 minutes and 30 seconds. So I'll put that timer just below me. If you want to get prepared, make sure you have your card details ready because I'm going to give you 50% off. And these go fast. We don't normally do 50% off deals, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it to 3 people. So let me edit the offer. 3 people only. I'll release that in 5 minutes. Let's just go back to our reports of the market open and the breaking news stories. So we've got a lot of missiles between Cyprus and Beirut. That's being reported now. We've also got sirens sounding in northern Israel following projectile fire from Lebanon. Lebanon is now involved. A lot of people were asking, why is Lebanon not getting involved? Well, now they are. Again, we don't like to see escalation, but we are now definitely seeing escalation as we speak. We've now got Lebanon entering the war. Let me continue that. What else do we have? Breaking stories. We've got something here. A US AF MQ-9 Reaper fires a AGM-114 Hellfire as a Iranian ballistic missile which was just revealed in its position firing. Let me just watch this video. I don't quite understand what that means, but this is a breaking story here. Oh, here we go. Yeah. We can see that on the screen.
چرا نمیزننش؟ وای موشک زد. موشک زد. موشک زد. پشم.
Oh, we're seeing this is a US plane just striking a ballistic missile launcher, I believe. This is in Iran, a US plane firing a missile. You can see the missile being fired towards a ballistic missile launcher. Look at this. You can see it being launched. Okay, let's go to our next report. US officials are prepared for a potential suicide attacks in addition to more retaliation missiles targeting American facilities and personnel abroad in response to military actions in Iran, a source tells CNN. This is only 19 minutes ago. Rockets launched from Lebanon towards northern Israel are ongoing tonight. So here's latest pictures from Lebanon and Israel. You can see some strike. Let me take that off the screen for a second. Looks like a drone. Did I get that one wrong? A USF. Let me just see what that is. A USAF MQ-9. What's that? That is. Oh, it's a remotely piloted aircraft. Yes, it's a remotely piloted aircraft. You are correct. It's not a plane. It is essentially a drone that has the capability of firing missiles. It's not a suicidal drone. It is just a drone. So you are correct. The video we saw here with the missile. You can see this one here. That is a drone. My apologies. Finn K, these videos I'm bringing to you right now are verified because I do trust the person who's bringing them. It's the Enforcer. If you do know who the Enforcer is, they've been live throughout the weekend. They go live every day with military action. So they tend to verify these before they come out. Again, it's on X, so these are not fully verified like news agencies, but that's how we get more breaking news. So these are verified as we get. So yes, these are double-checked videos because I'm trusting who is publishing these. So if you see that it's called the Enforcer on X. Let's continue with this. So breaking news: the United Kingdom Akroney Air Force Base in Cyprus has been hit by a drone. The Cyprus Mail has learned. So this is now getting confirmed. Okay, 13. You know what? I'm going to push it back 1 minute because I forgot to tell you what this is all about. So let me just push this countdown back by a minute. Okay, we're going to continue with our coverage in a second. It does look like it has been confirmed that Cyprus has been hit by a drone. No casualties have been reported, only minor damages caused, but this is a United Kingdom Air Force base in Cyprus. It's called the Akrotiri Air Force Base. What I'm going to tell you about now and what I'm going to release in 40 seconds, I'm going to give you the link in the live chat, so be ready. These go quickly. Again, please don't be frustrated if you don't get one. Maybe we'll run one in the future, but there's not going to be any more today. So please, and I've got people that always message me after saying, I missed it, can you send me the link? Unfortunately not. If this is your chance now. In 20 seconds time, I'm going to give you the link. Essentially what the link is for our very own newsletter. We verify our stories. We don't have any bias on our stories. We're not sponsored by anyone. We don't have any ads on our newsletter. We are funded by you guys. So that's why we don't run ads or anything. So I'm going to take that time off the screen because I'm going to give you that link in a second. So what do you get as part of the newsletter? You get every single day the 5 stories that matter. So I'll even just show you an example right now on the screen. So if you look at the screen now, oh, what have I done? Let me show you. Ooh. Why is that not moving? Oh, there we go. Yeah. So on the screen, you can see the newsletter page. So the newsletter page is here. It's sensei.news. You get the morning forecast. If you go to our morning forecast reports, every single day you get this. Even if you see it for the first 5 seconds, even if you read it in a minute, you get today's stories at a glance. So all the top stories every single day. You get the one big thing. What's the top story? What's the fear and greed index? What's the number that matters? So you get your whole news 2 hours before the opening bell. You get the winners and losers. What's moving in the market and why they're moving. You can scroll down to your favorite sections. What's the market snapshot? And then you go into the 5 things you need to know. We talk about the 5 top news stories. You don't need to know all the news stories. You just need to know the 5 news stories. Netflix walks away from Warner Bros. You get the 2 paragraphs there with the sources, my thoughts on the story. You get the top stories, 5 stories every single day, no bias, no sponsorship. You get all, again, this is something we reported on Friday. This is every trading day, 2 hours before the opening bell. The top stories every single day. Remember, about 8 years ago, I started learning about charts. I mastered charts. I was missing something. I was missing the news. And once I got the news and learned the charts, my trading strategy was unstoppable. Then you get the deep dives. Sometimes we do cheat sheets. Sometimes we look at certain crypto projects, certain stocks, certain macro conditions. On Friday, we looked at the PPI cheat sheet. So we tell you everything about the data release on that day, all the facts, what to look out for. If PPI comes in hot, in line, cool. This is what I use to trade these events. This is what I do to increase my knowledge on these events, what all of this means. And then you get the chart of the day every single day as well. We looked at NVIDIA. You get my trade setups, and this is something you get every single day. But that's not it. You get much, much more. What else do you get? And I'm going to give away 3, and they're going to go very quickly, so be ready. You get the portfolio challenge. You see what I'm doing with my portfolio. I've only recently started this last month, so you are literally still in the early stages. You can go back to previous newsletters and see what I've bought and why I've bought it. So you get to see what's in my portfolio. I'm putting out these pies on certain stocks. You can see all my research, why I'm buying them, how I'm allocating my money, subsector research, then looking at the fundamentals, then picking the stocks and the reason I'm buying. So you can see all this research, and at the bottom, you've got the summary and what I'm buying. We've got that as part of the newsletter. It's a £5,000 portfolio challenge combining charts, stock analysis, and macro conditions to that. Again, I've been playing myself defensive, but growth at the moment. And that's working out great. We've got the weekly calendar. You get the cheat sheets for certain events. You also get the chat. This is where you can go and participate in the private community. This is why I post my buys on, for example, crypto as well. You also get the weekly XRP crypto report, the daily deep dives, the chart training course. You also get what we're about to release tomorrow, which is, I think I've got a link for it here as well. Where is it? Currently, it is password protected. It's app.sensei.news. Let me see if I've got it over here. Maybe I closed it off. Here it is. This is our net worth tracker. You can see it. You can add your assets, liabilities, your debt, your liquidity, your income, your expenses, and you get a good a net worth projection. You can use a compound interest calculator and see where your finances are at. This is all included. And now I'm going to give you the link. So I'm going to give you the link. Be ready. 3 people, 50% off. And then we're going to go back into the live coverage. So if you're ready, say ready in the chat. Say ready in the chat, and I will give you the link. Can everyone say ready? Even if you've already got it, say ready so we can build up the chat. So if everyone can say ready in the chat. Oh, let me get rid of this. Say ready in the chat. There is a free plan. There is a monthly plan, but one we're actually going to give you in 5 seconds time is the 50% off link for 3 people. So as soon as everyone starts spamming ready in the chat, if you have already got the newsletter, please also spam ready, because you guys know what's in the newsletter. I'm actually just waiting to see if there's any breaking stories there. Ready, ready, ready. Okay, we've got the readies coming in. We've got the readies coming in. This is going to go fast. Let me go to the live chat. Live chat. We've got the readies coming into the chat. Okay, so I'm going to give you the link. What you have to do, there is a free plan. So if you guys, and I understand some people don't want to pay any money for anything, that's fine. There is a free plan as well. Just choose the free plan. But 3 people will get 50% off. We don't do this often. Already have it on the yearly, says Subwoofer. Yes, David Hensley says ready. Okay, 3, 2, 1. There is a link. There is a link. Be quick, be fast. These sell out quickly. 3 people only. I'll keep you updated. There is a link. As soon as you go to that link, what you'll see is 3 people only can get this. You can see the annual plan is off 50%. This is less than 20 cents a day. This is less than a coffee a week. And you can get it for a full year. You can get access to everything. Yes, there is a free plan. There is the lifetime access pass. If you want it forever, there is an option there. But I recommend the annual plan because it's $120 a year, which works out to a few, basically a coffee, less than a coffee a week. So go grab it. Otherwise, there is a $40 a month. But again, this works out to $10 a month. And we get 3 only. So be fast. I'll keep you updated. Oh, someone's already got it. There's 2 left now. There's 2. That was so I don't think anyone's ever got it that fast. There's 2 left now. There is 2 left now. Someone's already got it. There's only 2 left now. There you go. I'll leave you with that link. It is in the live chat. I am going to pin it to the live chat as well. Now we're going to go back to our report on the market open. That was the fastest I've ever seen it. There's 2 left. What a deal, guys, says David Hensley. Thank you, David Hensley. I know you are a supporter of the newsletter as well. Replace pin message. There it is. Hey Sensei, I agree, Yolanda. Best newsletter in the world, says Yolanda. Thank you so much, Yolanda. We do have a poll running right now as well. Bargain says Knocking Star. Thank you, Knocking Star. Got it. User X1, got it. Congratulations to you. You're the one who did it so fast. There's 2 left. Yolanda said best newsletter in the world. I really report it. Someone says reports of heavy explosions in Tehran. Yes, we are seeing breaking stories here. We're going to go back to that. I can't believe someone got it that fast. There is only 2 left. There's 1 left. There is only 1 left. Stevie Matix got the free one. Yes, there is a free one as well. But right now we're giving away 3 50% offs. So there's only 1 left now. So I'll leave that in the chat. I'll let you guys deal with that so you can see all the benefits of that. Let's go back to the live markets. Bitcoin is now flipped positive. Oh, it's a new day. That's why. We've just got the daily candle close. Let's have a look at those daily candles. Bitcoin. Yeah, nothing special about that daily candle on Bitcoin. XRP was that the lowest? Yeah, is that a new low? Again, under 138. It's not great for XRP. Yeah, that's lower than the candle for yesterday. Again, we're now below 138. The trend is continuing down on XRP. Nothing great about that candle close. Ethereum still stuck in its range. The S&P 500 now down 0.85%. It's not recovering at all. We are stalling out at the lows of the futures opens for the S&P 500. The global markets now are open with the S&P 500 down 0.84%. Gold up 1.88%. Silver up nearly 2%. And oil, which is what we're watching, is selling off a little bit, but still up 7% on since the futures opened. I am going to give that link again because there is, I think, 1 left. Again, some might be processing, so you might get lucky and there might be more than 3 because some might be processing. But right now there is 1 available. I have seen sometimes there might be 1. Sometimes they process and then an extra 1 goes through. So if that happens, you got lucky. But I'll give you that link. There might be 1 processing and then it might get shut off. Knocking Star says, I was losing money till I joined. Knocking Star, wow, that's very kind. Thierry Temp says, sir, can you help teach me how to trade? I can, and we do it in the newsletter. You get 50% off right now. Again, we tell you the reality. I'm not here as other YouTubers and other people selling random courses. I'm not selling you courses. I'm selling you all the tools you need. The news and how to actually use charts and actually how to have a great portfolio. It's not all about how do I get rich tomorrow. That's not what I'm teaching you. If you want to learn how to get rich tomorrow, there is no option. So you can go and pretend there is options and go and buy people's courses and then realize you're going to lose all your money. Or you can do the hard work. I'm not telling you it's going to be easy. Join the newsletter and you make money tomorrow. That's not how it is. We have trade setups. We are very profitable. However, you need to apply it to your own portfolio. You need to understand the news. You need to understand charts and you need to understand the macro conditions. And that's what we teach. And that's how do you learn? It takes time. You need to understand the news. You need to follow the news. You don't need to follow fake news. You don't want to follow sponsored news. You want the real news. And that's how we do the daily news. You need to know how charts work, but not charts are going to make me rich overnight. That's not how it works. And you want to see all the research in the macro conditions. And that's why I do the £5,000 portfolio challenge. Not to tell you exactly what to buy and sell. That's not what I do because I don't know what's right for you. But I put in 20 hours of research and that research is what's important. Anyway, let's continue with the coverage. Let's go back and see if there's any breaking stories. So the newest story we've just seen is the Cyprus UK Air Force Base, which has just been hit by a drone. Ninja Cowboy, you're very behind on the stream. I recommend you press I recommend you press the live button on the stream so you can come up to date. Hezbollah launches missiles that are probably Fadi 1 at Israel. Let's have a look at this. We are now seeing Lebanon Hezbollah get involved. You can see this is the recent stories. It's all coming from Lebanon now. It's all coming. Yep, that's Hezbollah. We're getting lots of this. Okay, here we go. Sirens are sounding in Bahrain. A picture sent by a local just now. The siren has been sounded due to a hazard. We urge citizens and residents to remain calm and proceed to the nearest safe location. Avoid obstructing main roads unless necessary for public safety. Okay, so we are seeing now Bahrain national emergency alert. The Mediterranean. Let's continue. This is from China. If the United States dares to strike Iran, Iran will wipe Israel within half an hour. This is from Chinese state media now. Again, we haven't seen China get involved in this yet. Channel 12's Lai Dan reports that there'll be a strong report to Hezbollah's shooting following sirens in Haifa. So we are getting reports that Israel is now going to potentially start striking Lebanon. We are seeing that authorities in Israel, there will be a strong response to Hezbollah's shooting. Let's continue. Another explosion in Afbaz province in Iran. There does seem to be something there. The area around British base in Cyprus has been cordoned off and the roads have been closed, local media reports. So we are seeing that Cyprus attack again. We brought that to you. Some people said this is unverified. Guys, it's happened. It's verified. We're getting more and more information come through now. This is only 13 minutes ago. President of the United States arrives at the White House via Marine One. We might get a statement from Trump now. He has just arrived in the White House only 5-10 minutes ago. Let's continue with the timeline of events. We're now 16 minutes ago. Confirmed an Iranian drone strike. The UK's RAF Akrotiri in Cyprus. Akrotiri in Cyprus has been hit, causing minor damage but no casualties. CCTV footage from the city of Limassol shows what appears to be the interceptor or aircraft taking off shortly after the reports of the drone attack. So let's have a look at this. This is CCTV footage. Trump is going to the White House. He's just arrived in the White House. That's what he got in the helicopter to go to the White House. Is this playing? Did I miss it? Anyway, we'll continue to the next story. Breaking, a picture sent to us by a local from Tehran, Iran, moments ago. Oh, no. Look at that. I do hope everyone is... Look. Military base is fine, but if the locals are getting hurt again, some of you guys know that my family is in Iran. So these pictures are incredibly devastating. Let's hope they are just military bases and places, and no locals are being affected. But that's a shot 5 minutes ago in Tehran, Iran, moments ago. And that is a difficult picture to look at because it looks like it's the whole city. When you look at a picture like that, there's explosions everywhere. There can't be no local casualties there. It's hard. It's hard covering these events because obviously we've got Zach Zait, who's from Israel. His family's in Israel. I don't think Zach Zait's currently in Israel. And there's locals being hurt there. We've seen what happened to the primary school in Iran. I think there was 96 girls, primary school kids killed. We are seeing civilians being killed. We've seen what happened in Gaza. We've seen what's happening in Lebanon. I mean, no one wants war, but there are war criminals everywhere. So look, I don't know what the right thing to do is. We're not going to get into politics, but yeah, this is currently in Tehran. Look at that. I mean, God, look at that. There's just that's just all across, isn't it? Anyway, let's continue with our coverage. Okay, what's next? Let's go over back to Sky News and see what they're covering. I mean, look, devastation everywhere. This is Israel.
Just a short drive from Jerusalem, was hit by a missile. The explosion flattened a school, a synagogue, homes, and a bomb shelter where dozens had sought refuge. At least 9 are confirmed dead. Visiting the scene, one of the most prominent members of the Israeli cabinet.
What do these people ever do to them? What do these babies do to harm them? They've never done anything bad to Iran. We don't even share a border with Iran. It was for no reason at all, except pure hatred for the sake of hatred. So I'm asking all those who defend them in the world, who are you defending? Monsters.
The people we spoke to insisted this is simply a residential community with no targets of any military value. For many Israelis, the first day of this war was all about images of missiles being intercepted and bombing raids on Iran. But this is a very different scene. A school, a synagogue, homes demolished and people killed. This attack makes the war very real for every Israeli.
This is what it is. This is what it looks like. And just for
this is a bit more of an older report, so let's go over, see if there's anything
military
here.
campaign against Iran, pledging to intensify strikes.
Our forces are now striking in the heart of Tehran with growing intensity, and this will only increase in the coming days. However, these are painful days. Yesterday, here in Tel Aviv, and now in Bet Shemesh, we lost dear people.
Now, Nida Ibrahim is in Ramallah, in the occupied West Bank. Nida, we've been hearing sirens are ringing out in Tel Aviv this evening. Do you have any idea of what damage might have been done?
Well, we're still waiting to see what damage has been caused due to the Iranian-launched missiles to not only Tel Aviv, but also Jerusalem. We did not hear of the ambulance service saying that they treated any casualties in Tel Aviv itself. But in Jerusalem, they were talking about dealing with 5 injuries. One of them is a man in a moderate condition. They were talking about 2 people who were in a state of panic. But also we've heard from Palestinian medical services inside Jerusalem saying that they've dealt with a woman's injury. And as we continue to hear reports of projectiles or intercepting missiles, shrapnel falling into places near a Palestinian hospital in occupied East Jerusalem as well. So because of the nature of the ban that the Israeli security forces have placed on Israelis or anyone really for that matter, publishing any videos from the sites of the attacks, talking about casualties, we are still receiving very limited information about these casualties, and we continue to monitor. Like the attack in Bet Shemesh, for example, we only knew of the 9 people who were killed only very few hours later after the incident first took place in the early hours of Sunday.
And in that attack in Bet Shemesh, we're hearing that 11 people are also missing, and we won't get information on that because of the Israeli military censor. But one thing they're not censoring,
$20 super chat. Let's have a look at this.
That projectiles, Nida, have been launched from Lebanon.
What's this?
Martyn Lucas investor tipped $19.99 through Super Chat. Show some love for Sensei. His family are in the middle of this. Thank you for staying up very late to bring this to the Lucas aides. Put this money to your soon-to-be-born first child.
Love to you, Sensei. Thank you, Martin. Let me read that out again. What a kind super chat. Oh my God, look at this. That's made me feel better. Let's have a look at this. What's this? Show some love for Sensei. His family are in the middle of this. Thank you for staying up very late to bring this to the Lucas aides. Put this money to your soon-to-be born first child. Love to you, Sensei. Wow. Thank you, Martin. That means a lot. Yeah. I really hope that my first born child will be born into a world which is a bit less volatile. Yeah, thank you, Martin. Really appreciate the support. Look at that. That's incredible. Thank you, Martin. Wow. I think that's the biggest super chat we've got in weeks. Thank you, Martin. Appreciate it. Let's go back to our coverage over here.
Interesting development to watch if Hezbollah indeed joins the fighting this time.
And again, it will be a piece of news that the Israeli military will not censor. Nida Ibrahim, thank you so much. Now, Iran's foreign minister told Al Jazeera Tehran will not bow down and has a right to defend itself. Abbas Araghchi also said the actions of Israel and the US will not lead to regime change in Iran.
I have talked with our military leaders and military commanders to be careful about the targets they choose. But again, This is not something against Oman. This is not something against Qatar. This is not something against any other neighbor country. This is against American targets. And we are not in charge of this problem. It is not our fault. We are under attack. They have to explain
you didn't
why
have
they
to do that.
decided
Robert
to
Elliott, thank you.
attack
Look at
us.
this.
Why they decided to go in this act of.
At Robert Elliott tipped $5 through Super Chat. We all appreciate you, Sensei.
Robert Elliott, thank you. Without you guys, I mean, what would I be doing? I'm trying to bring you the news, the verified news, go live late at night, try and bring you the truth in the stock market. Too many people are sponsored by FTX and crypto scammers and leverage trading. It's all rubbish. It's all terrible. And we go live with your support. You guys watch. You guys give super chats. You guys support the newsletter. And that's all thanks to you guys. So I appreciate you, Robert Elliott, for your super chat. Really appreciate it.
The foreign ministers of the Gulf Cooperation Council have condemned Iranian attacks targeting the region in a joint statement. The GCC has called them grave violations of sovereignty, good neighbourliness, international law, particularly due to the targeting of civilians and civilian objects. The statement says GCC states reserve their legal right to respond and to take all necessary measures to defend their sovereignty, security and stability, including the option of a military response. It also demanded an immediate halt to the attacks, emphasising that Gulf stability is essential for the global economy and maritime navigation. Let's cross over to Axel Zaimovic.
We've got another super chat from Martyn. Let's listen in.
At Martyn Lucas, investor tipped $4.99 through Super Chat. If everyone does just 0.99 cents, as there are 600 here, he can kit out the baby nursery.
Wow, wouldn't that be incredible? Look at that, 99 cents from everyone. 600 people, 99 cents. He can kit out the baby nursery. That would be awesome. Thank you, Martyn, for that idea. If everyone does just a 99-cent super chat, there's 600 people here. That would, yeah, he could kit out the baby. That would be incredible, wouldn't it, Martyn? Thank you for. Oh, are people actually going to do this? Look at this. Vaz has just tipped one. Vaz, thank you so much, mate. Really appreciate it.
Advaz.28 tipped £1 through Super Chat.
Iranians.
Thank you, Vaz. That's incredible.
In
Is Vaz going to start it up?
With regards to these attacks, but also attacks across the...
I am going to give you, before I end today's show, I am going to give you a final verdict on the markets, the charts, what I'm looking at with this. Oh, there's another one. I did not expect that. Here we go. Ninja Cowboy.
At Ninja_Cowboy tipped $1 through Super Chat.
Thank you, Ninja Cowboy. Big shout out to you, Ninja Cowboy. Appreciate it. Before we end the stream tonight, what I am going to do is going to go through all the charts, give you all my thoughts and opinions. We are going to see if there's any other breaking stories. We'll bring it to you, and then we'll be live in the morning. Verlin with $1. Look at this. Oh my God, I can't believe it.
At Valina Watley tipped $1 through Super Chat.
Thank you, Valina. Really appreciate it. $1 super chat from Valina Watley. Thank you very much. So yeah, we will do a full analysis, give you the last breaking news stories. Then I'll be getting prepared for the newsletter in the morning and the morning forecast show 2 hours before the opening bell tomorrow. That'll be the full opening bell tomorrow. So we're going to bring you the full research, hours of research.
At David Hensley 3009
David
tipped
Hensley.
$2 through Super Chat.
Wow. David Hensley tipped $2 for a super chat. Thank you, David Hensley. What a great community member, David Hensley, always working hard for the Lucasades. Really appreciate it, David Hensley. I'm going to put all of this towards the nursery, guys. Every single super chat.
At Tidy Big Dog 2407 tipped £1.99 through Super Chat. Thumbs up emoji.
Tidy Big Dog 2407. Thank you so much. I am going to put every single one of these super chats towards the nursery. Probably nappies as well. I've heard nappies can get expensive. Oh my God, these are just going to continue coming in. Wow, this is incredible.
At Frankenmuff tipped $1 through Super Chat.
Thank you, Frank and Muff. Appreciate it. I am going to be watching if there's any stories coming out. That was the scene we just saw from Tehran. Let me refresh this. Is there any other stories coming out?
Marty tipped £2 through Super Chat.
Oh, God.
Milk formula is expensive enough. Love to you.
See, Marty, thank you so much. Look at that super chat. I can't believe it. Everyone doing $1 is absolutely incredible. $2, £2 from, I mean, it's just incredible. Thank you, guys. Hungover Star, $2 says thanks. Oh my God, I did not expect this amount of support. You guys are absolutely...
Hungover Star tipped $2 through Super Chat. Thanks.
Thank you, Hungover Star. Thank you. $2 super chat. Let me go and see if there's any news over here. Any breaking stories. Let me refresh this. I am going to give you a full overview of the charts in a second. Oh God, what sort of ads am I getting?
At Chip Gaming 9292 tipped 99 cents through Super Chat.
There's a Keir Starmer's address. We'll play that in a second. Chip Gaming, thank you very much for your super chat. Really appreciate it. The S&P 500 now making the lows of the future session, down now nearly 1%, down 0.9%. Wow, I genuinely can't believe this.
At Wilfred Dorabeza 529 tipped $4.99 through Super Chat. Thank you for your hard work. Blessings for you and your family.
Thank you so much. $5 super chat there. That is incredible. Thank you. Guys, I do this for you guys. Again, Vince Banger.
At Vince Banger
$20.
$20
Oh my God.
through Super Chat. Congrats.
Congrats. Thank you. We are expecting him in next month. That is a crazy thought. Next month is when he will be born. Hopefully, God willing. $20. Thank you so much. Finn K, €1 super chat. That is very kind. Thank you, guys. I'm lost for words. Was not expecting this tonight. I was just coming on.
€1 through Super Chat.
Getting permission from my wife. Can I go live for an hour? Because I want to bring the breaking story, the market open. I know a lot of people are scared at these times. I want to give them the clarity in the markets, give them my thoughts and opinions. And she said yes, even though she probably want me there with her on a Sunday at night. So I appreciate you guys from the support. 19A Buckley.
At 1,970 a Buckley tipped $5 through Super Chat. For the baby, red heart emoji.
It's gonna go to the baby. Diapers. Still haven't bought diapers, whatever it's called, nappies in the UK, diapers in the US. All the things that we haven't got yet. Probably the most essential things we haven't got yet. Thank you. Dalish. This I've never seen this before. I mean, it's just rolling. It's just rolling.
£2 through Super Chat. Thumbs up emoji.
Thank you, Dalish. Oh my God, it's all the Lucasades come together. We're all here to support each other, no matter someone's race, someone's ethnicity, religion, political views. We are here for everyone. It doesn't matter. We have difference of opinions. Everyone does. But it's when we come together, that's when it's strong.
At Karen68 tipped £1.99 through Super Chat. For the baby.
Thank you, Karen, for the baby. For the baby. The baby's going to be loving this. Thank you. The S&P 500 currently down 0.8%, NASDAQ down 1%, gold up 1.5%, silver up 1.5%, oil selling off slightly, now only up 6.7%.
At Dave_Aman tipped $1.99 through Super Chat.
Thank you, Dave Rahman. Shout out to you, $1.99. This is all adding up. Thank you, guys. I'm lost for words. I think there's another one. Oh my God, there is another one. This is the one I read. Yeah. Potato Family, you're spot on, mate.
At Potato Family 3,958 tipped $4.99 through Super Chat. It doesn't matter what race, religion. We are all Lucasades family. Thank you, sending love.
Sending love. We are all Lucasades at the end of the day. That is correct. What an amazing message that was. Oh, $20 and no comment. Look at this. Alexandra. Wow.
At Alexandra.p.s. Tipped $19.99 through Super Chat.
Alexandra, appreciate it. $20. Oh my God. Thank you so much. That is incredible. US oil. Yeah, we're all... I don't have time to give any analysis. I promise I will give all the analysis. This is, I mean, we need to take a second and appreciate all of these super
At
chats.
SmackDown V7X tipped $1.99 through Super Chat.
SmackDown, I appreciate it. $1.99. That is amazing. Thank you for that. Wow. Is that it? Are we done? No. Oh my God, $50.
At William Myers 333 tipped $50 through Super Chat. Hopefully this will help out. Thank you for everything you do.
William Myers, you did not need to do that. $50. That is, I mean, that's one of the biggest super chats you can get. William Myers, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thanks for your support. Robert Elliott, again, thank you so much.
Robert Elliott tipped $2 through Super Chat. For baby.
Thank you, Robert Elliott. I still can't get over William Myers. $50 super chat. Thank you so much. Okay, are we... No, there's another one. $20.
At James WP1 VR tipped $20 through Super Chat. Congratulations on your baby.
Thank you, James. $20 super chat. I mean, that's just incredible. Really appreciate it. I'm just getting so much love and support today. It means the world, guys. It's more just the support, the fact that 500. What's MX? Mexican? You're in Mexico, aren't you, Jaco? That is just incredible.
Chico Vallejo tipped MX $500 through Super Chat. Great job. Buy yourself some tamarind margaritas.
Thank you. That's about, I think that's like $30. Thank you so much, Jaco. I appreciate it so much. I hope you're enjoying your stay in Mexico as well. 8 children. Oh, I wish I could have 8 children. Look at that. That would be great.
At JLSRVG9 all tipped $10 through Super Chat. I have 8 kids. The first is always the most stress and worry. Then IT just becomes natural.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, there is a lot of stress. There's a lot of worry, especially with the way the NHS is sending us for scans every other day. But what an incredible message. Okay, well, that makes me feel a bit better. Thank you so much.
At Tararo's Investor tipped $1 through Super Chat.
Thank you, Terry Rose Investor. Thank you, guys. Before we end today's stream, we are going to give you a full analysis. I am keeping an eye to see if anything's breaking. Things are getting a bit quieter right now. Let me see. We've got that story there. It's the wrong place.
At Karen McNeil 3,150 tipped $1.99 through Super Chat.
Thank you, Karen. Really appreciate the super chat. Oh my God. This has got to be the best live stream ever. Vaz is back. Vaz is back for round 2. Oh God, round 2.
Tipped £2 through Super Chat.
Vaz is back for round 2. Thank you, mate. Thank you, Vaz. One of the broadcasters on the channel. You need to check out his EVTOL daily shows and his eVTOL weekly Saturday live streams. If you haven't heard about eVTOLs, Vaz is the man, and he's just supported us with he's gone round 2. Thank you, Vaz.
At Better Wellness Company tipped £2 through Super Chat. For Baby Sensei, baby emoji.
Thank you, Better Wellness Company. But Baby Sensei, that's gonna be his name, Baby Sensei. Little Baby Sensei. Maybe one day he'll be streaming on the show.
At Kamazi93 tipped $2 Canadian through Super Chat.
Thank you for the $2. Thank God I wasn't doing a shot for a super chat. I would be absolutely hammered right now. Okay. I think we've hit... Nope, it's going to continue. Oh, God.
At Marty tipped £2 through Super Chat. Round
Round
two, you
two.
save us. Here's half a pack of nappies.
Half a pack of nappies. See, Marty, thank you so much. Round two, you say, Baz. Oh, God, round two is already starting. People are saying round two. Thank you so much. Yolanda, $20. Oh, my God.
At Yolandag 430
$20 from Yolanda. Yolanda's an
$19.99
amazing,
through Super Chat. These is for your new
supporter of the
family.
channel.
This shows how much we love you and appreciate you. Red heart emoji.
Thank you, Yolanda. Yeah. I can't even get a sentence in.
A knocking star tipped £4.99 through Super Chat. Heart suit emoji. You deserve so much more.
Knocking star. That is, I appreciate that. Thank you for the £5 super chat. That's incredible. What are nappies? Someone asked. Diesel Raider, nappies are what we call diapers. No, sorry. You call them diapers in the US, we call them nappies in the UK. Chris Terry.
At Chris Terry F2V tipped $1.99 through Super Chat.
Wow. Guys, I don't know what to say. Chris Terry, $1.99, thank you. I quit my job about a year ago. It was a great job, great perspective. I was going to be a financial advisor, did all the exams, record time, got an amazing offer, and I chose to decline it. And why? Well, because I wanted to help many people on YouTube, not just rich people.
$1.99 through Super Chat. Just got my Fafo mug. Baby Sensei is lucky to have you.
Thank you, Diesel Raider. You got your Fafo mug. Great. Send a picture in. But what I'm trying to say is I appreciate all your support. Without your support, I wouldn't be able to do what I want to do. I wanted to get all my qualifications. I wanted to prove to the world I could do it.
XRP
I did it.
$1 through Super Chat.
Thank you. 6 months. I did all my 5.5 months, did all my exams. It takes people 2 years to do their 2-3 years to do their financial advising exams in the UK. Got a great job job offer. Could have been earning a lot more than I do today. But it's not about the money. It's about helping people, going live, being real, getting rid of all the scammers on YouTube, doing something different.
Super Chat.
And your support, like
your
right now,
dedication.
is what allows it to happen. Your support with the Super Chat, watching the newsletter is what allows me to do what I want to do and what the right thing is to do. Round two. Oh God, people are going in for round two. This is incredible.
At David Hensley 3009 tipped $5 through Super Chat. Round 2 you save as. Accepted, sir. Smiley face emoji. Much love, Sensei. I appreciate all the hard work you put into your newsletter and the show, and congrats on your baby.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Someone's just said, who was that? Someone said, well, that's just sort of funny comment. I'll read it in a second.
At Hayes 2023 tipped £2 through Super Chat. Add to the Nappy Fund.
Thank you, DJ Haynes. Add to the Nappy Fund. I will. This is all going to go towards the baby fund, the nappy fund, the diaper fund. C. Marty said, where was it? Waiting for the round 3 from Vaz now. And then David Hensley said, call one more, Vaz. I'll do another small one. Everyone's waiting for Vaz to start round 3. Franklin Muff tipped $1 through the super chat. Oh, wow. Guys, we're on round 2. This is incredible. I'll stay live, and I'll give you the full analysis. I won't be ending the live. This is round 2. Robbie Elliott, thank you so much.
At Robert Elliott tipped $2 through super chat. Second round, victory hand emoji.
Wow. Round 2. Thank you, Robert Elliott. Oh my God, I can't believe people have done 2 rounds of super chats now. Waiting for round 3, says C. Marty. Hide behind the counter, God bless them. Tariffs, unions, blah. Oh my God, Vaz, I didn't think you were going for round 3. For £22
and 22 pence through super chat. Round 3.
Thank you, Vaz. Oh my God, you didn't need to do that. £22. That's like $35. Vaz, what a great friend you are. Thank you so much. President Trump has just arrived at the White House. we might be getting an address from Trump in a second, so we are going to keep an eye on the markets. We are looking at the futures markets now. Oil heading a little bit back. See Marty.
At Marty tipped £20 through Super Chat. Upping it now, Vaz, aren't you? Winking face emoji.
Upping it now. See Marty has increased £20. Thank you, See Marty. Oh my God. Wow, that's incredible. I'm lost for words, as I said, guys.
At Ninja_Cowboy tipped $1 through Super Chat.
Thank you, Ninja Cowboy. That I really appreciate it, guys. I am a man of my word. All of this will be going towards the baby fund. I won't be taking any trips to Dubai. This will be going towards the baby fund.
At David Hensley 3009 tipped $2 through Super Chat. Round 3 accepted. Smiley face emoji.
Are we on round 3? This is crazy. David Hensley, thank you, mate. Thank you. Thank you for all you do on the channel as well. Let's keep an eye on... Oh, William Myers. What is going on?
At William Myers 333 tipped $50 through Super Chat. Round 3.
William Myers, what is going on? $50. What the hell? Thank you, William Myers. That is crazy. Ninja Cowboy in for round 3 as well. Ninja Cowboy, thank you so much. Ninja Cowboy is participating in round 3.
tipped $1 through Super Chat.
Thank you, Ninja Cowboy. Let's keep an eye on the news as well. US accuses Iran of targeting civilians in attacks on Dubai International Airport and residential areas in Qatar. We are waiting. Where's that? That's Tehran, yeah. We're seeing explosions happen right now. Oh my God, $20.
At 1,970 a Buckley tipped $20 through Super Chat. Round 3.
1978 Buckley tipped $20, round 3. 1978 Buckley, thank you so much. You are an amazing supporter of the channel as well. Robert Elliott is participating in round 3 as well.
At Robert Elliott tipped $2 through Super Chat. Smiley face emoji.
Thank you, Robert Elliott. You participating in round 3. I appreciate it. We are seeing pictures here of explosions. We've got a reporter there at the White House just behind me, waiting to see if Donald Trump will come out. Guys, you guys are amazing. Again, without you guys, I wouldn't be able to do what was right, which is come here, go full time on YouTube with the newsletter, bring you the facts. I always thought I wanted to be a financial advisor until I started streaming on the channel every Sunday about 3 or 4
Lady
years
Jesus Christ Pickin tipped $19.99 through Super Chat. For baby, red heart emoji.
Oh my God, $20. That's incredible. Lady B, thank you so much for your super chat. For baby, it will go to the baby. That's incredible. Yeah, I always thought I wanted to do be a financial advisor, and then I went into the financial advising firms, and then I didn't quite like the way they did things. Let's put it that way. Look, they're not as bad as, let's say, some hedge fund managers, but I didn't like the way they did things and the morals behind it. And I started streaming 3 years ago. I started talking to Martin 4 years ago. We built up the channel. I gave my thoughts and opinions. I kept asking him to stream on the channel. 3 years ago, I started my Sunday show, and here we are on a Sunday night. And that turned into daily streaming. I got all my qualifications. I wanted to prove I can do it. I did it in 5 months. One of the quickest people in the UK to do it. And what the hell? That's like $80.
At Vaz.28 tipped £55 and 55 pence through Super Chat. Last round.
Last round. Vaz, thank you so much. Okay, fine. Last round. Let's do it. Let's go crazy. Everyone do $1. Last round. Who's participating in the last round? Let's do it. Let's finish it off. Last round. Let's do it. Fine. Okay. Thank you, Vaz. £55. That's incredible, Baz. Thank you so much, Baz. Last round.
@Diesel_Ada tipped $1.99 through Super Chat. Will Chevron go up or down, mate? Fatto.
But don't know if it's going to go up or down. We'll definitely look at the chart, though. Thank you for that. Okay, fine. Baz, you've declared it. The last round. Is anyone participating in the last round? Let's wrap it up with the last round. Whose names are going to pop up on the screen for the last round? Let's do it then. Let's do it. Last round. The Sensei Baby stream. I don't know what this super chat, how this even started.
@Ninja_Anyone
participating in the last round? Ninja Cowboy is. Ninja Cowboy is back for the last round. Thank you, Ninja Cowboy. $1 super chat from Ninja Cowboy. Is anyone going to catch up to Baz? See, Marty says, come on, Baz, I'm struggling to keep up. Last round accepted from David Hensley. Is anyone else accepting the last round? David Hensley, thank you very much.
David Hensley,
put Phoenix on. We're putting Phoenix on for the baby.
Super chat.
Thank you, David Hensley. We've got Franklin Muff.
Smiley face emoji.
Thank you, David Hensley. Franklin Muff has just done a $10 super chat and said, do put on Phoenix for the baby. Okay, last round. Let's do it. Fine, let's do it. Let's do it. Phoenix is on.
The year is 1991. Birds and people are living together in seemingly perfect harmony.
Last orders.
One day, a young man catches fire. This is Phoenix.
Okay, Baz, you've declared it. The last round. And then we'll do our final analysis of tonight. We'll be back in the morning. $10 from Franklin Muff. Franklin Muff put Phoenix on for the baby. Let's do it. DJ Haynes, $2. Last orders. Last orders from DJ Haynes. Ambus XRP tipped $2. Thanks for all you do. Last round. Last round, guys. Thank you, Ambus XRP. Finn K says Martin should close the game with the biggest super chat. Martin's already done a massive super chat. 1978 Buckley has participated in the last round with $10. Thank you. Okay. When the song finishes, the last round finishes. We'll do our final analysis and then we'll be back in the morning. You guys are incredible. Chip Gaming has participated in the last round. Chip Gaming is part of the last round. $5. Okay, last round. Chris Terry. Thank you, Chris Terry, very much. You participated in round 4, the last round. Appreciate it. Oh my God. Alexandra tipped $49.99. That is incredible. Alexandra, thank you so much. Oh my God.
Everyone tipped $10 through Super Chat. Congrats.
Vince Bango, $10. Congrats. Thank you so much. Next month, I hope to announce the birth
notice who bought oil and gold on Friday.
You
Rolling
can
on the
notice who
floor
bought
laughing
oil and gold
emoji.
on Friday. Finn K, thank you, €2. Guys, this is the last round. We will do the analysis after the last round finishes. If you do want to be on the screen, on the super chat, on the screen, you can do a super chat. It started off with just $1, everyone, but it's gone crazy. People are doing $20, $50.
Tipped $19.99 through super chat. Feeling the love yet? From
Feeling the
Rickles
love yet?
family.
Thank you, Rickles fam. Yes, feeling the love. I'm lost for words. It's incredible. 2,000 Mexican dollars. Jacko, what the hell? I think that's like $100. $100 US dollars.
Tipped him $2,000 through super chat. 4D blessed baby.
Guys, can someone confirm? Is that like $100? If I've got, I remember going to Mexico, and I think that's $100. Jacko, someone let me know in the chat what that translates to. 4D for the baby. Jacko, you are incredible, mate. That's a red super chat on YouTube. That's the highest color you can get on YouTube. That is absolutely incredible. Thank you.
At MeekHQ tipped $4.99 through super chat.
Mike tipped $4.99. Thank you so much. Jacko, $2,000. I think it's Mexican. Thank you so much, Jacko. That is incredible. Zach Zay, our friend from Israel. Originally from Israel, currently living in the United States.
Zach Zay tipped $100 through super chat. For your baby to come to a world with peace and love, sharing and caring and living together just like here the Lucasades family. Thanks for all that you do. Peace.
Oh, what an amazing message from Zach Zay. What an amazing... Let's read that out again. I'm from Iran. Zach Zay's from Israel, and we get on incredibly well. Zach Zay, that's incredible. For your baby to come into a world with peace and love, sharing and caring and living together, just like the Lucasade families. Thanks for what you do. Peace. That's all we want. Peace. Zach Zay, $100 super chat, the biggest super chat of the night. Zach Zay, my friend, thank you so much for that. It's an incredible gesture, an incredible message. I absolutely love it. $115. Jacko just gave $115. Jacko, wow. Oh my God. Even more than I thought. $115. That's absolutely incredible. Look at this. Look at the love in the chat. Can we just put some love hearts in the chat now? Let's just get some peace. Let's round it up. With all the war going on, look what the Lucasade family's done today. Absolutely incredible. All of the war in the world, we're covering the war. We have to. Our money's in the markets. It's not nice to see. We want peace. And look what the Lucasade family have done. When everyone else is fighting, we've come together. There's people, there's Democrats here. There's Republicans here. There's people from Iran here. There's people from Israel here. There's people from Lebanon, UK, Australia, Asia. Everyone's come together and given love. This is what the world is all about. And we've proven it is possible. You guys have proven that, and that's incredible. So let's just put some love hearts in the chat. You can see the love behind me. You can do the love there as well. You can hit the like button as well. David Hensley, that's awesome. $116 US. Wow, Jacko's, that's incredible. That's the biggest super chat of the night. It's $115. 115, Jacko. Oh my God, Jacko. So that is absolutely ridiculous. I think that's one of the biggest super chats I've ever had on the show. That's awesome. Says Mark, do it. Nice. Sounds like the US bombing the Ayatollah, says Disney, Diesel Raider. What does? You are so real. Thank you, Zach Zay. William Myers with the love. Oh my God, look at the chat. Look at the chat. Blessings for your family. Thank you, Jacko. APAC. Zach Zay is a stud. Guys, throw the love hearts in the chat. Look at this. The chat looks amazing.
At YoMGL tipped $4.99 through
still
super
going.
chat.
People are still super
May your
chatting.
family be safe in Iran.
Thank you, MGL. May your family be safe in Iran. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's you can't get in contact with everyone because of all the signal jamming.
I can't believe this.
What's going on? It's
At
hard.
William Myers 333
But
has
you
become
guys
a member.
have definitely cheered
Nothing
me
but
up.
love in this family. Red heart emoji. Red heart emoji.
Exactly.
Red heart emoji.
Exactly. William Myers, 11 months, Electrum member, and all the super chats there said nothing but love in this family. Look at all the love in the chat. There are people from Antarctica here. Look at all the love in the chat. See, Marty is continuing.
Kmarty tipped £5 through Super Chat. Vaz 1, Kmarty 0. Well played, sir. Just had shouting from the twins in the next room, so I'm done. What a community, love to you all.
See, Marty, what you've been amazing tonight. Thank you. Oh, you've got twins, and that is what a blessing that is. I'm sure it's also very hard. I can't imagine having two children at the same time. I'm probably struggling to think how I'm going to deal with one. But that's incredible. There was a point where me and my wife were like, we hope it's twins. So what a blessing. Thank you, C. Marty. Bar is sending the love hearts. David Hensley with the love hearts. Love hearts, love hearts. Yolanda with the love hearts. Okay, thank you guys. Thank you so much. Why is don't need in. Okay. Wow. What a day. Let's finish up with final thoughts. Yeah, final thoughts. So, final look at the markets firstly. Oil is up 6.6%. As we heard, every 10% move up for oil is about 0.4% added to potential. I can't even speak. Every 10% up on oil is a potentially 0.4% up in inflation numbers. US inflation is already a bit of a concern right now because of stagflation and not really trending to the 2% like the Fed want to see. So we can now potentially see the idea of rates staying the same or possibly increasing. We'll continue coverage on the FOMC meetings, but what that means is essentially we could be heading into a recession or a quite a bad year. This is what we've been preparing for. Again, I'm not here to say get out the markets, be scared, because the number one rule of investing, which I keep trying to tell you, which is backed up by research, we've done many research reports on it and we'll continue to educate people, is stay in the markets, diversified, put money in anytime you have it. Have your emergency fund, 6 to 12 months of emergency expenses, have a diversified portfolio in low cost ETFs. You don't need to be paying anyone to take control of your money. I mean, you can, again, I don't give financial advice, but the research shows low cost indexes, all world ETFs, S&P 500, diversify, a little bit of gold, a little bit of silver. And then you've got a portfolio that you can keep adding to and you can reach financial freedom. Then a lot of people on this channel want to play around with stocks, as do I, and we've had great success with it. So then you dedicate a small amount of your portfolio, maybe 20%, 10%, depending on your risk tolerance, to play around with the stock market and make some educated bets. Again, these are educated, so hopefully over 50% chance of winning. And we try and do that live on the channel. We look at certain stocks, certain ideas, certain macro conditions, and then we can put our money where our mouth is. And that's what we've been doing with the portfolio challenge and the research. So what I've been doing with that part of my portfolio, which is the £5,000 portfolio challenge, is I've gone defensive. I put money in defensive but AI positions. So that means healthcare, certain healthcare stocks, certain copper stocks for the electrification of AI, consumer staples, getting ready for a potential downturn, but always being invested in case the downturn doesn't come. Right now, I do think crypto will have a secondary leg down. Bitcoin currently sat at 66,000, quite a big pump we're seeing right now in the markets. Again, this is going to be volatile. Everyone says war, we're going to go down. Last week, we put out a research report on the newsletter that said, actually, if you stay invested in times of war, a year from then, the stock market 9 out of 10 times is actually up. And we did the research. Go check it out on the newsletter. So don't be panic selling, because that's one of the number one mistakes. Don't be FOMOing in. That's the second biggest mistake. Don't be always betting your money on high risk bets because you think that's the only way to get rich. Well, actually, if the research shows you something, it's the people that keep betting on just one stock and one crypto, thinking they're going to get rich overnight. They're going to lose their money because it's too high risk and the chances are it's going to go to zero. Then they do it again, then they do it again, and then they've lost £1,000, £1,000, trying to make £10,000. But then at the end of the year or the end of 5 years' time, they've actually lost £10,000. If they just invested in the S&P 500 or were a little bit more risk averse, they would have actually grown that £10,000 to £30,000, and then that 30,000 to 100,000. But because people just try and make money overnight, they lose that money. So stay invested in the market. Be careful with what you're investing in. Crypto markets, I think they're going to go lower this year. I do think in May we're going to have another drop for Bitcoin, potentially down below 60,000 towards 50,000 XRP. I think there could be a scenario we go below $1, quite a high scenario later on in the year. Then market opens in 2 minutes on the hour. Which market, Martin? What am I watching? Is it actual stock futures? I don't know if I can see that on the screen. Did you want to call in, Martin, and give us a quick and share with us what some of the individual stocks are doing. What else was I going to say? Yeah, so I do think we're going to have a move down if we're following the 4-year cycle plus the macro conditions. I think May, October, secondary flush. That's what I'm also waiting for. I do think this year will be choppy, but I think it's a year to build a portfolio. I do think AI is going to change the world, so you don't want to be not invested in AI, but you want to be careful of the individual AI stocks. We'll continue to cover the market every day, try and give an educated answer to the market scenarios. But again, thank you everyone for all the support today. I'm just going to check if there's any breaking news coming out of. Yeah, the last we heard was major explosions in Tehran. That's the last images we got from Tehran. Let's go over here. They've stopped there. Israel intercepts rockets from Lebanon. Yeah, Lebanon has entered the war. Israel launches more strikes at the heart of Tehran. Hezbollah claims responsibility for the attack in Israel. Bahrain says 1 dead. I mean, terrible stories here. Trump objectives still not clear. Iranian attack sets off fire near Bahrain's port. Debris from Iranian missile injures 4 in Syria. Explosions rock US base near Baghdad airport. Australia says no plans to join attacks against against Iran. Market opens in 2 minutes on the hour. Let's see. Can I FaceTime Martyn on the chat? Let's see if Martyn will pick up. I'm going to FaceTime Martyn. I won't put him on the screen. I'll see if he'll pick up. Markets. I don't think he's getting it. I think he's on Do Not Disturb. I'm trying to FaceTime Martyn here. Let's see if he responds. You guys see that? Oh no. No. Let me try again. I'll try again. Hi Martyn. I'm live on the show. I just wanted to give you a call. Mark, firstly, what an incredible night. I mean, thank you for starting that all off. The support of the Lucas aids is incredible. Secondly, I was going to say, the markets are opening. Did you say that's now?
Yes, the market is now opening now. I'm going to place orders for my Discord Electra members know exactly what I'm about to buy. Yeah, the market is opened. Let me have a quick look and let me see if my order is going through.
I'm putting you next to the microphone. Everyone's hearing what you're saying.
Yeah, that's fine. Oh, lovely. Right, the market is now going down. It's going down quickly. And let me look at NVIDIA. This is what I'm looking at. NVIDIA and Google. I've got $350,000 in Google already. I'd like to buy. Yeah, it's all going down very quickly. NVIDIA now is, let's have a quick look. I'm going to see if I can snatch some here. I don't care if it goes down. It's already great value for me. Yes, it's just dropped it's 174 now. $174. That is very good for me. A forward PE of around about 20, I would imagine. It's down 1.48. I bought it at 199 and I was very happy with that. I don't care if it goes any lower. To me, that is a good buy. So I'm going to buy that now. It's down 1%. Yeah, I'm going to buy that right now. Let me have a quick look at Google. Google is the S&P is trying to hold up a bit. I'm not going to buy that. Let's have a look at Coca-Cola is up, but I wouldn't be buying that either. We've already reached our target on that. Google is down at 306. I wouldn't buy that until it goes to 299. It's down 1.5%. But I am going to place an order live right with you now. So here we go.
Your link is pinned at the top, so everyone can get all of Martyn's trades. He does post them on Discord 24 hours, so that's pinned above. If anyone wants to see all of Martyn's trades, you can. It's pinned at the top of the YouTube chat, so you can grab it. Martyn is doing some trades at market open. We're waiting to see if we get confirmation that goes through.
Yeah, we just set that one, and I want 5,000. So let's put 50. Let's put 40. Let's find a number. 25, 20, 20. Yeah, 20. Yeah, we're falling now at 174. Okay, so 174. Continue. 24-hour market review. Swipe up. Let me see if I've got that through. Yes, I've just bought 20 shares of Nvidia. 174.59. I'm very, very happy with that. I don't care if it goes down even lower. I'm very happy with that. Yeah, that's me all done. I'm all spent out. That's my trades for the night, and I'm already making money on it.
Brilliant. Love it. So guys, if you want to get Martyn's trades, he does trades all throughout the night, throughout the day. He does stage events. It's 90% off currently, isn't it, Martyn? 90% off, is that right?
It's 90% off because it is, we've only just recently launched the Discord server. It is 90% off. It will never go up in price. There's no inflation. We've now just added many more channels. We've now got the gaming channel. We've got our own Luca coin. We've got like a little casino where you can win coins and have fun with it. I saw today you lost all your coins.
I lost all my coins. I went all in and I lost it all.
All the coins, Sensei.
You are, yeah, it's you, yeah.
It was a lot of fun. So if you want to join us, Sensei's right. I do trades 24 hours a day for the pro members. There is a $2.99 plan for Lucas aides who want to join. 90% discount, as I said before, and you get my daytime trades. You get one stage event a week. But if you are a pro, which is $4.99, you get 24 hours a day trades. You get all the stage events. There's two every trading day, and there are all the games. There's all the training. We're not training. It's we show charts. And it's a lot of fun, a great community. There's no bots, there's no AI, it's all real people, and you see all my trades, plus one-on-one support. You can message me at 2 a.m. in the morning, and I'm up trading 24/7. I'm always on it, and I'm there to support you. So, guys, I'm going to hand you back to Sensei. Sensei just showed you tonight the love that everyone has for you and your soon-to-be-bought baby. I think you did. I think you can get out the entire nursery tonight from the Lucas aides.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful time for you, and I know it's tough for you as your family are in Iran right now. But it just shows you how much the family, Lucas aides and Discordians love you, mate. We really appreciate you staying up late. Of course, it's very, very late for you over there in the UK right now. Is it 2 in the morning? So anyway, I'll let you get back to it. My order's gone through. Discordians, I'll look forward to seeing you on Discord throughout the night, and Electrum members as well. I'll post all my events there. Sensei, I'm going to hand it back to you, and thanks for calling. It was great to be on the show.
Thank you, Martyn. I'll tell everyone about it. Thank you so much, Martyn. Cheers for calling. Thanks. Brilliant. We had Martyn on the show there, and he just told us all about his trades. Guys, if you want to grab it, it is 90% off right now. There is 2 plans. There's one for $2.99. I think the other one's $4.99. Anyway, it is pinned to the top of the live chat, so you can grab it there. I gave you my final thoughts on the markets. Be ready for a choppy year. There will be volatility. There'll be great moments to take great trades. Right now, the S&P 500 is going up, so I think Martyn got a great buy there. So we're going to end the show now. I appreciate everyone's support. I will put the newsletter link as well in the live chat. I think there was one left. I don't know if there's any more left. It's the 50% off link. Oh, no, that's the free trial link. I'll give you the 50% off link as well. But thank you, everyone. I'll be back in the morning, 2 hours before the opening bell, with the next newsletter as well. Thank you to all of you guys for all the support. I already told you what I think about it, but it's amazing to see what all the Lucas aides coming together and doing what they did tonight. Anyway, as always, take care of yourselves and each other.